Hey, hey. Hello, hello. So today we're talking about burnout because I'm feeling burnt out and I have made my exit already. I left the US and I moved abroad. I'm in Spain and I am feeling burnt out. So I came on here to say, what do you do when you are burnt out? What did I do when I was burnt out in the US? Because there's a difference. Because I know that when I was burnt out in the US, I kept pushing through. I kept trying to keep going all the time. And, I say to myself, why did I do that? What's different than what's happening now? Because right now, even though I was feeling burnt out, I said, you know what? I need to take a step back. And, my time is my own. I can do that. But at the same time, I still have things to do. I'm growing a business and I can't just take time off and not do anything for days at a time. But what is really different? And I realize that, it's my mindset about everything and my priorities. And it's so important to know that and take that shift anywhere you go. Because when I was in the US, when I felt burnt out, I felt like I was stuck, like I couldn't do anything about it, like I had to just forge ahead and always show up for somebody else, but at the same time, who was I? I was pleasing other people. I wasn't doing it for myself. And so I got worse and worse physically, emotionally. And now that I'm feeling burnt out here, it's that, and the burnout is coming from building a business, still wanting to show up for YouTube, for the Fire family here, and the filming and the editing. That takes a long time. And I don't have so many followers where I'm getting like a whole bunch of money coming in and I have an editor and all that stuff and somebody filming me and following me around in the background. You know, that's not what this is. Just coming to I'm being creative and trying to answer questions through video that people have. And also just sharing my life with everybody because people ask me questions and then I try to answer them in a humorous way on video. And I like editing. I do. I like all of that with YouTube, but at the same time, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. If anything, it's actually more than my job that I had in the US, except it's different because now I'm doing it for the people that I want to do it for and for myself. And but now I realize, burnout is real and it can happen anywhere. And so what I'm doing now is I'm going to take a break from all the filming and editing. I got all these messages coming. I have I will still film things and I'll still maybe do short stuff. And I might even do a video like every other week or something. But I decided that at least for now, for a while, I'm just going to go live because then I don't have to edit all of that. And like I said, it's a lot of work. And so I hope you guys don't mind if I take a break from all that and just, sit and chat with you guys. I'd rather do that for a while anyway and answer questions. If anybody has any questions about moving abroad, making their exit, the financial piece, um, having physical burnout. And so if anybody has any questions like that, let me know. Barry, what's going on? You made it. Well, you made it last time, but you didn't say anything. It's good to have you here. Thanks for letting me know you're here. I was thinking when I first went online, I was like, wonder if he's here. I'm gonna shout him out. But I'm glad you're here. Thanks. So yeah, burnout is a serious issue that a lot of people go through. And if you don't manage it correctly, it's gonna manage you and it's gonna show up in other ways. And so I recognized that and I said, okay, now it's time to just reel myself in a little bit and concentrate on growing a business and do we have AI and all of those things for a reason. They're not to replace jobs. It's really to help you. And so, that's what I'm doing now. I'm using a lot of that technology in every aspect that I can. It's like sometimes I do feel like I have a team around me that's doing certain things for me and you know, looks a good thing that AI is doing for me now. You name it, AI does it. It's so commonplace now that I don't even feel like it's something that I'm designating because I've already put certain systems in place that AI is doing for me. And it helps so much the more that you can do that. So that's what I'm doing now. And that also helps to alleviate that feeling that I'm doing too much and I'm trying to do everything myself. So I have, things, I can't say people, but things in place to help out. And so I just wanted to let you know what's going to be coming down the pike as far as this channel is concerned. I'll still be talking about all the same things, except that I'm just going to be doing it live. And I hope that's okay. And you guys stay tuned for all of that. So I'm just out here. It is 90 degrees today and it's hot. And I went out earlier to try to get out to do what I needed to do because I knew it was going to be this hot today. But I got my stuff done and now I'm just here. I have a call coming up very soon, another 10 minutes, I think. So I have to get on that call. But I wanted to come on and say hi and let you guys know what's happening. So, what's happening with you? Barry, how's work? Are you working today? I think last time I live streamed, it was on a Sunday, and you said that you were on a call, but I thought that was on a Sunday. Do you work on a Sunday too? So what's everybody doing with their Saturday today? I'm just enjoying the view. As you can see, or not, there's mountains in the background. There's construction going on everywhere around my entire complex. And that's another thing. So every day I have to get up earlier than I normally would because I have to get a whole bunch of things done before the construction people come because they're replacing like the balcony, they're replacing all the windows, they replaced the balcony doors the other day. So every day it's something, and I have to get my stuff done because I have to be here when they get here because they have to come inside and then they have the lift coming up because I'm all the way at the top floor. And it's a lot. It's a lot of noise too while I'm working. And I'm sitting here trying to concentrate. And what's interesting is that all the construction workers, they seem to come from different parts of the world. I mean, they're coming from Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Russia, and of course here in Spain. Where else? They came from the Ukraine. And it's funny to hear when I'm walking around the complex, like different types of music. So everybody has their little music group that they're playing. And the guys that were here the other day, they one of the guys saw I had a guitar and he said, "Oh, you toca la guitarra." He took it out and he started playing the guitar. He started playing like this flamenco music. It was so beautiful. And it was just really nice to hear that. And they're just laughing and having fun and doing their work. They're very meticulous in their work. And it was enjoyable to have them do that. But at the same time, I needed to get some work done. So they have their radio on out here and it's at full blast. And I want them to be happy what with while they're working. So I'm not going to tell them turn that down, please. So I just let them go ahead and I'm still like I'm at the table and I'm trying to focus and concentrate. But so that was interesting. How do I see the chat here? Now I know somebody said something, but I don't know how to check it. Let me see. See, I have the camera on landscape mode, so I'm not sure how to check my little messages. I might have to see it afterwards. Oh no. I don't know. Well, I can always see it afterwards. I think it was you, Barry. Was it you? We'll see. I'll check them afterwards and I'll reply. Yeah, it is beautiful. At least there's a breeze, 90 degrees, it's a breeze. And it's an enjoyable, relaxing day. Now today's Saturday, and normally I'd be sitting here working all day. Like I did go out earlier, like I said in the morning, I walked the dog and did some errands and um, there were some things I had to do with the Wi-Fi company and they call it Wi-Fi. And but it's more relaxing today because I made a decision to go live this afternoon instead of worrying about, and I have a video that I already filmed and I was editing it the other day and it just became this big chore for me to sit there and edit. And editing takes a very long time. In this particular video, I just wasn't feeling it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna trash it and I'm not gonna do it. And I said, I should just go live. And so that's what I'm doing. And it's so much easier. I don't have to worry about all that editing. I mean, it will take me, depending upon the video, by the time you get B-roll in there and stuff, it could take a few days and it's hours each day, which is actually less than what it used to take me. It used to take me like, I can't even tell you, a week to edit something. So I've gotten it down to a few days, but still, it's a lot for one video. And I'd love to do 2 videos a week. But now, if I'm going live, I can just go live every day if I want. Hey, how are you? And 3658. Is that the numbers that they gave you, or did you choose those numbers? So it just makes things easier for me, and it makes me feel like showing up more on my channel, instead of just waiting until I've finished editing something or making sure I have all this B-roll to put into a video. So, for those of you who just joined, I'm talking about burnout and saying that burnout can happen overseas as well. After you make your exit, you can still get burnt out. And because I was starting to feel burnt out here in Spain, I decided to start going live more instead of filming and editing my videos. So that's what's happening. And like I said, I hope you guys all still stay tuned and comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and make a comment, share the video, do all those YouTubey things. Yeah, whatever helps the algorithm. But I just want to be able to talk to you guys about everything instead of waiting because I feel like I'm always waiting until I film and edit, and that could be a while. And I'm like, oh man, I have all these things that are going through my mind that I want to say, but I have to wait until this video is finished editing so I can post it. You know, I don't want to live like that. So here I am going live. So before I say this one more time because I'm being redundant now. I'm gonna sign off. I do have a meeting. I have to stop working. That's my life, but I love it. I mean, look, look what I traded. Yeah, I'm not going back to the US. I'm just not doing it. Not without kicking and screaming. If I do go back, you'll see a video of me kicking and screaming. All right, so I'm gonna sign off. I have to go to this meeting and I'll check you guys on the flip side. Bye.